WGU was founded very simply on the premise and the purpose to change the lives of individuals and families, and we believe that education is the single biggest catalyst to do so. We believe it's the surest path to opportunity in the form of a great job and a provident life. We surely have a mission to expand access to high-quality education with great outcomes. We need more accessible, more affordable, more aligned pathways in education that lead to the workforce of the future. And so it's a great opportunity to be here and work together with these colleagues.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you.
Mr. President, Juanita Dugan, NFIB, the National Federation of Independent Business, and we've been representing hundreds of thousands of small businesses across America for 75 years. And thanks to you and the last Congress, you gave us the largest tax cut in history for America's small business, and the small business economy has been on fire. You also broke records for optimism in small business over the last 2 years. And for years, taxes and regulations were the biggest problems facing small business. The Vice President knows this as well. And now, those are not the problems, but finding qualified labor is the biggest problem for small business. Record numbers of small business owners declare that they can't find any applicants for their open jobs. So this is becoming a crisis, and as good as the economy is for small business, it's not sustainable if we can't fix this serious labor shortage. Right. So thank you very much. It's an honor to serve on this committee, and thank you also for the whole administration's focus on small business over the last 2 years. It's been extraordinary.
And I agree with what you just said. Thank you very much, Juanita.
Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, Craig Manier from the Home Depot. It is a privilege to serve the American workers here with the esteemed colleagues around this table, so we thank you for the opportunity. We're passionate at Home Depot about helping our associates grow their careers. And to run a retailer the scale of Home Depot, you need everything from engineering to data science to folks who have outstanding people skills and a passion for customer service. And we're privileged to serve on this committee to help drive this forward and continue to grow this economy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Great job you're doing.
Mr. President and Mr. Vice President, I, like everyone, am very honored to be on this committee. And I have to add just 2 other comments to those already made. So to both Secretary Ross and Ivanka, I would add the word unwavering leadership. Because for as long as you've been in office, I can remember this has been a top issue, and it has been unwavering through thick and thin, their support on this and yours. And I also am very optimistic about this in that I think we have a chance to not only say this is a very strong economy, it will be an inclusive economy, because I think as a result of all this work, we have a chance to employ so many more people, and not always with a college degree. A less than a 4-year degree will get a very good paying job in the new economy. And so to me, that would be just a really wonderful contribution, both a strong and an inclusive economy. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Jenny.
Mr. President, Johnny Taylor from the Society for Human Resource Management, SHRM. With 300,000 members across the globe, and I got to tell you, we share something, a common passion, and that's for workforce. When I hear the Vice President say that, I know Ivanka's living it, it means a lot to our profession. You've created a different problem for us, though. We often, now businesses are telling us they don't have a problem accessing financial capital, they have a problem accessing human capital. That's a high-class problem. The human resources profession is committed to resolving it, but thank you for that opportunity.
Well, thank you very much, Johnny, and we're going to be opening up the labor forces because we have to. We have so many companies coming in, people like Tim, you're expanding all over and doing things that I really wanted you to do right from the beginning. I used to say, Tim, you got to start doing it over here, and you really have. I mean, you've really put a big investment in our country. We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple. But we're opening it up. We have to bring people in. We want them to be people based on merit, and we want them to come in legally. You see what's going on at the border, and we're doing a great job, whether it's Border Patrol, ICE, law enforcement generally. We're all working together. We have our military sent to the border. We have 8,000 military personnel right now at the border. We are doing an amazing job considering it's really an onslaught very much. I call it invasion. They always get upset when I say an invasion, but it really is somewhat of an invasion. And we're stopping drugs at a record level, but a record number of drugs are pouring up and coming up, and we're getting it done. Human trafficking is a disaster. Nobody knew too much about it until recently. It's been going on for a million years, actually. It's been going on for a long time, but we've seen it, we've spotted it. It's being slowed down, but we can't slow it down unless we have a very strong and powerful separation between us and wherever it is it may be. And in this case, it happens to be Mexico. Mexico's helped us, but Mexico has a record number of murders this year, a number that's so large it's actually hard to believe. And we're working very hard on actually having one of the safest we've ever been. We have some of the best numbers we've ever had from the standpoint of crime, murders, killings included. One of our best years ever was last year, and we're down 6% from last year, so that's very important. But we want to have a very strong border, but we want to have a lot of people coming in. A lot of people don't understand that. They think we're shutting it out. We're not shutting it out. We want people to come in, but they have to come in through a process. So we have a process that's really moving along rapidly. Last year we took in a large number of highly qualified, wonderful people, and for the most part, they're working already in your companies. But we also have a lot of companies coming in. I was with Prime Minister Abe the other day, and he said, we spoke the other day, and he said that Japan's going to be sending about at least seven more big factories into this country. And I said, got to do more than that. We have too big a deficit with Japan. We have for a long time. But they're going to, you saw a couple of openings, big openings in Michigan. Chrysler Fiat just announced that they're going to spend $4.5 billion in Michigan around the Detroit area. We have a tremendous number of not only car companies coming in, we have a lot of car companies coming in. They're coming in, they're building new, but they're also expanding. And they're going to Pennsylvania, they're going to Ohio, very heavy in Michigan, South Carolina, North Carolina, all over. We have companies coming into this country at a record pace, and really at a pace that nobody thought possible, because nobody thought you'd ever see these particular companies again. Many of them are coming back. They want to be where the action is. They're coming back. They left years ago. I used to talk about it as a civilian, but they left years ago, and now they're coming back, and they're coming back in numbers that nobody believes. So we're going to let a lot of people come in because we need workers. We have to have workers. Unemployment at 3.7, 3.6 probably. These are low numbers, and in one way I love it, but in another way I don't want to make it hard for you to get those companies rolling with really great people, because without the great people, it doesn't work. All of these wonderful things we talk about are nice, but you need the great, as you discussed. Juanita, you need the people, and you need really good people, and we have great people, and we have the best in the world, in my opinion, and we are having other people come into a country that you're going to be very proud of in the job they do. One of the things that has happened, and people don't talk about it, but because of the great economy, we have a prison population that, for the first time ever, is getting a shot at working. When they got out of prison, they had a stigma, and it was a tough stigma. And in many cases, there was not much they could do. They couldn't get a job. They couldn't, no matter what, they couldn't get a job. And now they're getting jobs because our economy is so strong, because you want workers. And I've spoken to at least 6 big employers, and they are loving what they see. They cannot even believe how good some of these people are. Not in all cases, I guess, but you can say that about everybody, but how great they have been. And it's very nice to hear. First time ever, first time that's ever happened. And to a large extent, it's because we take some credit because of the economy, but it's an incredible thing what's happening with respect to the prison population. They're getting out, they're getting jobs, and they're doing a fantastic job, and it's really beautiful to see. I just want to, many of you are friends, I just want to thank you all for what you've done. I also want to thank Doug McMillon, the CEO of Walmart. They have been fantastic, Ivanka, I know that, because they've just hired tremendous amounts of people. And William McDermott of SAP, they have really stood out, and they very special people, and I just want to thank them in addition to the folks around the table. And again, thank you all for being here. Thanks for the incredible job you've done. We appreciate it very much. And Tim, thank you very much, very much.
Thank you, Mr. President.
And thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Press, thank you. Appreciate it. Well, we're going to have a lot of people coming into the country. We want a lot of people coming in, and we need it. It's not a question of do we want it. These folks are going to have to sort of not expand too much, and if you tell them these are very ambitious people around this table, they don't like the concept of not expanding. Would you say that's right, Barbara? Barbara's not into non-expansion. So we want to have the companies grow, and the only way they're going to grow is if we give them the workers, and the only way we're going to have the workers is to do exactly what we're doing. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Please. Thank you very much.